Hello, happy, not Friday, happy Saturday, everyone. Hopefully you can hear and see me, but as is tradition, I will ramble on incoherently for a little while to give people a chance to tell me that they can indeed see and hear me. If you can, Happy New Year! It's 2022, not 2021 as I mistakenly thought yesterday. Everything looks green. I'm being told I have an excellent collection. I have a microphone that's making all kinds of things happen. We're in full HD today. I found the hidden button to fit to screen size, so hopefully you can see me a little bit better. We've got a fish tank. I can get it into shot. How are we all? Anyway, right, let's start. We can loud and clear, that's what we want. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you, Social Discussing. Apt name, I like it. Let's see, who have we got here tonight? We can hear you, that's good, that's what we want to hear. Rocky's Rocky, first as ever, Happy New Year. So we'll start off with a Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year, Happy 2022, lang may your lums reek, as we say where I come from. And if anybody other than Jennifer can translate that, or tell me what that means, maybe you'll get a prize, we'll see. There is Jennifer. Happy New Year, everyone. Long time no see. Yeah, you must have been busy recently. Social calendars getting all booked up these days. Phil's in as well. Evening, Phil and Rocky and Jennifer and Noodle. Oh, all the mods are here early today. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. My 7-year-old won't go to bed and not stop picking on the 22-month-old, I guess that's meant to be. Yes, it is the season for family squabbles, isn't it? I've been basically separating my kids from each other for the last couple of weeks. Thankfully they'll go back to school soon. Sorry kids. Noodle has worked every day since Boxing Day, 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. weekdays, 9 till 6 Saturday and 10 till 5 tomorrow. Do you not even get... Did you get Boxing Day off at least? I noticed most of the shops seem to be... I'm being told my video resolution is not optimal. I don't think there's anything we can do about that at this point. 1024 by 576. Why are we streaming in 1024 by 576? You're quite right, that is not optimal. I don't know how we fix that. What is this? Stream number 50 or something like that? You think I'd have worked this out by now. It says the resolution is 1920 by 1080. We'll crack on regardless. Yeah, I saw like Tesco's and places like that all gave all their staff the Boxing Day off. Phil had Boxing Day and Christmas Day off and rest. That's this time of year. I guess unless you're on commission, retail must suck at this time of year. Jennifer's doing split shifts at the hotel. 8 till 2, and then 5 till closing time, 2 a.m. this morning. Ouch! I hope people are being free and easy with the tips this time of year. Christmas, surely, I remember that being when I did a paper round and things like that. I used to work at the golf course as well. The Christmas time was always a good time for a couple of quid. Times that by 400, you do alright. What fish keeping treats did we get for Christmas, says Noodle Sandwich? That's a very good question. So, for tonight, I've planned absolutely nothing, and we'll get into this later. I mean, that is kind of a regular thing for me, as I don't plan anything. Are you off to bed? Or you just come to interrupt me? Sorry, number one daughter, or only daughter actually. You can come and say hello if you want, and apologise for being so mean to them last week on the giveaway. Remember when you rated all their Christmas trees?
Oh yeah, sorry. But it was true.
It was true. Right, bye. Yeah, so I haven't really planned anything. I just couldn't bring myself to do it yesterday. It was Hogmanay. We couldn't do that. So I thought we'll just chuck something in, have a little bit of chat, have a catch up with everyone, see what you're all up to, what you're all been getting. Fishy presents might be a good topic to cover. Let's see if we can catch up. Rocky got a new fish. What did you get? A new Aquarium 200 watt heater and a new Python. So well, I got nothing fishy for Christmas. I got a soda stream. Not fishy. It's kind of related to water, I guess. That was my present this year. Anyone else? Let's see. I'm just going through the chat. Have a quick one. New lights are on the list for Noodle. If you finish on 120%, I get a £1,000 bonus. That'd be useful, wouldn't it? Scott's in. Alex G. Alex, if you're new to the stream and you want to see some extreme aquariuming, is that a word? Extreme aquariuming? Go on a Discord. Our Discord? Oh, where's the Discord gone? Oh dear. I'm so unprofessional this week. It's not showing up for some reason. So normally up here there would be a link to Discord, so we'll rely on the mods putting something into the chat, and you can have a wee swatch on Discord and have a look in the aquarium picture section. You can see Alex G's latest creations, or his progress with his latest creations. You might have heard the word monster tank being bandied around from time to time, but what this guy is creating here, a mega monster, is putting my efforts to shame, I'll tell you that much. Right, who else have we got in here? So Alex is in, Jennifer's in, Paul Buckley's Happy New Year, Scott's in, Simon, anyone else? Oh, Simon, making his play for top moderator. Remember everyone, your fishy supplies here at aquariumadventures.co.uk. Thank you very much. Phil had a quiet Christmas. Mrs. C fell and broke some ribs just before Christmas, so we made do. Ouch! I crashed my motorbike like about 2 months before I got married, I remember, and broke a couple of ribs. It's one of the most painful things you can do, because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't like put a stookie on ribs, really. You just have to live with it. So hopefully she'll get well soon. Pass on my condolences. Talking of injuries, I've managed to tear my rotator cuff. I think mostly in this side, but this one's also helped. So I'd be a really terrible Nazi because I couldn't do a salute. I can only really raise my hands up to about here without it really hurting. So I'm on all kinds of drugs, which is great. Not that I'm promoting drug taking, but when it's for a proper medical reason, it makes it not hurt quite as much, so that's good. But what it does mean is I've not done bloody anything, so I'm way behind in my fish room build. I've still only plastered half the bleeding walls. I'm a terrible plasterer. I think we discussed this last week, how terrible I am at plastering. But I was going to make do and make it good enough. But I can't even do that. I just physically can't lift my hand high enough to do any plastering. And apparently your rotator cuff injuries, that's weeks and weeks and weeks of pain to put up with. Pardon me, I've got something in my mouth. Before that gets better, so hopefully the drugs will kick in soon, and then I can at least get that last bit finished off, then I give it a proper rest. Maybe have to get surgery at some point if it doesn't get better, but yeah, it's not great. So I feel Mrs. C's pain, because I've had a bit of a miserable last few days since Christmas, because that kicked in on Christmas. And then Mrs. Adventurer made me go to the doctor's, I think the day after Boxing Day, because I literally couldn't sleep because the pain was just excruciating. So anytime I did get to sleep, it was flat on my back, which made me snore like a trooper, and it was winding her up no end. So not concerned for my health or anything, concerned for her sleep. So that's been my Christmas week. It's basically been feeling sorry for myself, sitting in a corner going, ow, ooh, ee, ooh, ow. So that's been fun, but it's been getting me down a little bit. I have to lie, I have to tell the truth, because it stopped me doing anything. So I feel like I'm in the middle of loads of jobs and not being able to finish any of them, because I really want to get the fish room sorted out, because when I can get it sorted out, I can start moving things around properly and getting some proper plans in place, start enacting some of my plans. Alright, I might not get Mega Tank built anytime soon, but I could at least get all the other tanks up and running on the Big Dug racking that I've got. At the moment, everything's very temporary and very stopgap until I get other things finished. And it's really just put a hard stop on everything happening. So it's really doing me head in. So you might be struggling for content for the next few weeks, because I'll be relying on things that don't need me to build anything. So maybe we'll do how to look after fish when you've knackered your arms and can't lift your arms above your shoulders, or something along those lines. Who knows? So any plasterers anywhere near Sheffield want to come and finish off my fish room, let me know. You have to also do the bit where you don't look at the previous work and let me fictionally blame some other plasterer rather than myself, because it's so terrible. Right, so anyway, let's crack on. Where did we get to? No one said hello from Doncaster yet. Surely that's... Well, but we are on a Saturday. I do apologise. Hope everyone had a good Hogmanay. 21 waiting, only 13 likes. We're up to 21 likes now, apparently, with 39 viewers. So, quick maths tells me that that's not the same number. Pardon me. Oh, yeah, bugger, yeah. Don Ransom, Paul Horrocks, Dyslexic. Oh, I'm liking these names. Advertisement made me jump. Well, I don't know what that is. Sorry about that. Loud and clear. Oh, there they were back to the start again. Happy New Year from Doncaster. Happy New Year from Sheffield. I think that's going to be a tradition. Maybe we should get that in a t-shirt. Hello from Doncaster. Carl Brown's in. Sharpie's in. Full HD, but mine won't go above 480p. Is YouTube playing? Yeah, well, YouTube is telling me that I'm only streaming at 576. I don't know what's going on there. My OBS tells me I'm at full HD. But yeah, it does look a bit grainy on the old YouTube. Maybe the internets are running out. What with it being New Year somewhere, no doubt. Hope you're all enjoying a healthy beverage. I'm finishing off what's left over from last night. And as a Scotsman, that's a horrible thing for me to have to say, that there was something left over from last night. Happy New Year, everyone. 21. Feck off right now. Hope we all have a better year this year. Yes. It can only get better, can't it? Touch some wood. Langmayer Wellies Clique. Does anybody guess what Langmayer Lumreek means yet? Have we got that far yet? Kaylee says, thank you for my honourable mention. I'll tell her when I see her later. Carl, treating myself to a new 4-foot tank. Oh, a Rio 125 and a Tetra starter line, says Craig Galbraith. I might just buy myself a new tank because, like I say, nothing's happening quickly. And I'm getting a bit fed up of having the discus in the garage and not having them anywhere that I can see them. Well, this is another tangent time. So, the big discus tank that I smashed several videos ago, that's going to live in the fish room as a big tank in the fish room, and I'm going to replace that with a new tank. But I don't want to put a new tank downstairs because we're getting the floor replaced, and we can't get the floor replaced until we do some building work on the downstairs bathroom, because that's going to create a new wall, and we can't do that until we get the roof fixed, and we can't do that. So there's like I need to stop doing that, but there's like a litany of things that need to happen before we can get to that point. So I'm thinking I might just buy a big-ish tank temporarily, like a 4-foot tank, like a Joule or a Rio, and have it up here just for 6 months until we get round to fixing the big tank, and at least I can get my discus up and do a bit of scaping and have a nice background for the streams and things like that. So what do you think of ideas like that? Might give that a go. Sorry, my chat is moving around as if by itself. Alex G's Aquarium's here. I ran out of lumber today, so it's back to the store tomorrow. Must be costing you a fortune as well, because over here anyway, the price of wood and things like plywood and all that sort of stuff, it just seems to be way more expensive than I ever remember it. So I don't know if that's globally or if I can just blame Brexit for it or something like that. Sharpie got a kilo of algae wafers and a GoPro. Oh yes, well I have a GoPro here. Will it work? I really like my GoPro, but it just will not work. No, it won't. Will it buggery? It just will not work as a webcam. I don't know what's going on there. I might need to invest in some good cables, some new cables. But GoPros, they're brilliant things. Love them. I think they're great. I'm a recent convert to GoPros. I've never actually had them. But yeah, great picture quality. So versatile. You can chuck it in the fish tanks. You can chuck it in a river, as you might have seen me do last year. So yeah, they'll be good after that. How's your shoulder, Graham? Completely knackered. Thank you for asking. Michelle. Alex, how are you feeling after your plastering session a few weeks ago? I remember you had a sore shoulder. Well, yes, that is probably what pushed me over the edge. Asked and answered, said Michelle. Yes, sorry. So I'll try not to just go on about how miserable I feel at the moment. But, you know, some good painkillers, a few beers, we'll all be fine. Lee says, Happy New Year, positive with COVID here. What a better way to cheer up. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. It's always, well, two things. Hopefully you're not ill with COVID and it's just a positive test. But you should really save up your positive test for when you have to be back at work. When you're already meant to be off because it's a bank holiday, it's no use to anyone, is it? That's like, because I work from home, doesn't benefit me in any way to get COVID. And it's a very selfish way to look at it. But I'd want some time off. My wife, being a teacher, when she got it, she was like, yes, don't have to go into work for 10 days. If I get it, I'll be like, yes, I get to go back to work tomorrow as normal. Unless, of course, you get ill. Nobody wants that. But hopefully you're all right. NJ's still here from Doncaster. I think I'm the only person in our house that hasn't got COVID so far. And usually I'm the biggest sick note going. If there's anything going around, I'm guaranteed to get it. But I'm the only one that's managed to consistently test negative all the way throughout, even when everyone else in the house got it. Could just be the tests are wrong, I suppose, but you never know. Quiet New Year for Alex. No parties with COVID spiking in the Chicago area. Yes, parties were very thin on the ground round here. Not that I would have went to one anyway. Normally, I think the last 10 years have been me and the missus staying up to midnight, or her staying up till 5 past midnight and going to bed. But we stayed up last night with the kids, watched a few films, watched the fireworks / laser shows, watched some guy murder some Erasure songs, and pretend to be best friends with Kylie on the BBC programme last night. Don't know what happened with there. I still haven't figured out who he is. It seems to be all over the place. But anyway, I digress. Stayed up with the kids, had a few beers, not with the kids. They did have an alcohol-free beer that they shared between them all, and went, this is disgusting. Blah. So I managed to turn them off alcohol. That's great. All the more for me. Splash Pit, get one of the new WASI scraper line. Is that your typing or my reading? Let's try that again. Simon says, Splash Pit, get one of the new WASI scaper line tanks, I think it's meant to say. No need for house repairs as you'll be broke. I do have some Christmas money I've got to splash out on, so I might not get one of those ones. I might just get a nice tank that I don't mind repurposing later. What are some must-have or worthwhile accessories for a GoPro? Well, if you're going to use it like I do, maybe you'll have a decent cable. One of these. So on eBay, there's 110 billion GoPro case accessory thingy-majiggery buggers. I bought one of them, and 90% of the stuff I've never used, but it came with a couple of these. So this tripod, a couple of the connector things here, so you can connect them to different mounts, and like grips, and like mini, almost like Joby thingy-majiggeries. If I remember, or if I don't remember, tell me, and I'll try and send you it later. I'll send you a link to it, because it did have some really good ones in. So 90% of it was faff, but it was cheaper than buying the bits individually. Because a lot of them are like, oh yeah, here's a flotation device in case it falls off your boat. Oh, well, maybe you've got a boat, I don't know. Oh, we've got a super chat. We've got this noodle sandwich donated £20 through super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I think that might be the biggest super chat I've ever had. Oh, it's touched me there. No, thank you for that. That's very humbling. Can you remind me what liquid ferts you use? Some of my plants are not looking healthy even with root tabs. So I've tried lots over the years and can recommend lots, but for pure, I don't know if it's efficiency or if it's value for money, or it seems to hit the spot for me across all the boards, is the TNC line. So I use TNC Light, and then I use their TNC Iron Supplement, because that's the one that I was a bit low on, and it seems to last the longest and give me the best results. So TNC Complete, they do a complete one. That was a bit much for me, because I wasn't deficient in some of it. I think it's got more phosphates in it or something like that, and I didn't need phosphates because that was what was causing me problems. So I switched to the TNC Light, but have a look at the whole range and see which ones will work for you. For me, Light plus the Iron Supplement does the job. I quite like the JBL ones as well. I used them for a while. I must admit I used them because they were given to me for free, but they did the job and I really liked them, and they weren't that expensive. I had to buy them. But the TNC was definitely the best bang for your buck that I could get. I think if you were to get properly into plants, you might want to look at the EI system, the estimative index, because that can be really, I don't want to come off like the dour Scotsman here, but that can be really cost effective as well, because you basically make up your own ferts based on what your water needs to be added to it. So you get dry powders, add your own special mix, shake it up, and then away you go. But if it's just a general fertilizer you want to try, definitely have a look at the TNC stuff. Where did we get to? Lumber was down in price until December. Now with lumber way up here again, I might hold off on plywood till the price goes down. I guess so, maybe it's. I have seen a few of my American friends complaining about the price of wood and things like that, so I didn't think it was just a UK/Brexit thing. Vince says, don't give up on the plastering. Ohio Fish Rescue, Big Rich had his bathroom done and the guy just used a wide scraper to finish off. Looks easier than the trowel. Yeah, I just physically can't do it. It's too painful to lift my hand at the moment, so I'm going to be a few weeks before I can do anything. I've been looking into, because I've only managed to plaster the two outside walls, and then what's going to be the inside walls of the fish room I haven't managed to do yet, and I just can't see me being able to do it, if I'm completely honest. So I was looking into like some paneling that, rather than plastering, I can just put up some the paneling. I can't think of a better word to use than paneling. Wood paneling, so I can just attach it to the gyprock and the studs and get that all around, which would be a nice look as well. But God, it's also expensive because it's made of wood. So everything might just have to go on hold for a few weeks until I get some kind of strength back in my arms, and then I'll have a bash at it. YouTube is insistent that I open a widget, so I'm going to press a button. If I disappear, it's YouTube's fault. Let's see. That's useful. It just says everything's good. Why make me open the bloody thing? Sorry about that. I digress. So don't give up on the plastering. I'm not. It's just going to be quite a while. Alex says I might try selling my positive COVID tests on eBay. What, to get people some time off work? Yeah, I've seen a few people trying that. There's quite a few things that you're meant to be able to do, like a mix of lemon juice and honey. If you drop that into the thing, it gives you a positive test and all that kind of stuff. But for everyone that I've seen, you just have to say, I had a positive test, and then that's them, they're off. A good few weeks ago now, I was meant to be going to a big job for one of my clients, and almost everyone cried off claiming a positive COVID test, and I know they didn't all have positive tests, but it's just the way of the world these days. There's my £20, I think I nearly said $20 super chat. I'm so Americanized. My £20 super chat. Thank you very much, Noodle. Legend, as Jennifer says, exactly. Salty Potatoes is in. Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. What's that remind me of? Oh, that was Callum a few weeks ago. So one of our other moderators, Callum and Courtney, who've had a little baby. Congratulations if you're here. I haven't seen you, but you'll probably be trying to sleep. They put me onto, is it Bama Bass or something, who starts every videos with Folks is home, and then goes on to talk about his massive 5-acre pond that he's been building. So I have been geeking out on that. So my pond is on the cards for next year, but I don't think it'll be a 5-acre pond. My house isn't that big. Andy Morrison says, Happy New Year. Bucky is undoubtedly the answer to any pain. Yeah, well, unfortunately it's thin on the ground down in Sheffield. But yes, it does have, it's a tonic wine. It's medicinal properties, doesn't it? But I'm stuck with what we've got. What's a good pump to use, says Phil, to empty water from a tank on a water change? I don't know. I happen to be one of those people that has 1,000 things lying around in his fish room. So I do often use a little pump, but I couldn't tell you what brand it was or what make it was. But I'd go somewhere like on eBay, get a cheap one, or All Pond Solutions, something like that, and get a little one because they're perfect for that job. Let me see if I can have a quick look on Tinterwebs. My left arm's worse than that's the one I have to move to be able to type. See the pain I'm going to for you here, Phil. Not the AA. All Ponds. We want aquarium pumps, don't we? Pump. Cleaning tools, no. Backgrounds, no. I can never find anything on this bleeding site now. Aquarium equipment, aquarium pumps. There we go. Can I share my screen? Will this work? What the hell is going on? Let's try this. Something like these. So even the smallest one there will probably be great for emptying a fish tank, but I mean, if you really want to get into it, these ones here, this is basically what I used to use in my sump. They're absolutely fantastic if you do want to use it in a sump capacity, because they're silent, huge water capacity. I don't know whether buying it off Aquarium All Pond Solutions is the best place to buy it, but it's really good. But these ones up here, this will be perfect for emptying a tank at water change time. That sort of thing. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. And now we've lost the chat. Well done, Graham. You'd think after almost a year of doing this, I'd figure out how to do this. Tropica ferts. I've never really used the Tropica stuff. As Jennifer's saying, she's only ever used gravity, but a pump to fill my 6-foot tank from a water butt. Yeah, I mean, there are situations where you just don't want to, or you don't have a big enough siphon, for instance, to get to where you need it to go, so you end up, it's hard to start a siphon from far away. No, that's probably the wrong thing to say. So this is something I used to do in my old house. One of my office tanks, I would have the hose in the tank, and then I would go out into the front garden, start a siphon, start it fine, no problem there. But 9 times out of 10, something would go wrong. The hose would fly out, or it would pick up the sand straight away. So you really want to be at the tank side when you're starting the water going out bit. Unless you're just doing it to buckets, and then if you're doing it to buckets, you don't really want a pump because you're doing it to buckets. You don't want to, as Phil says there, it's a ball ache, got to carry buckets. So just laying out a hose to wherever you want to drain it to and starting it with a pump does take a lot of the guesswork and the faffery out of it. So any cheapo pump would work. Even I've done it with tiny USB ones which just get the water started and then the siphon takes over, as long as you're doing that. Any decent sump pump. Orange juice gives a positive COVID test. There you go. Well, I think anything gives a positive COVID test these days. Mickey's in. Good evening all. Finally my interwebs came back on. Robert Kerr, beard looks good. Just had a trim, have we? I have just had the trim. So that was my Christmas present from the parental units. I got a, what was it called? A beard tidy, something like that, where it's a bib basically, and then you plug some suckers onto the mirror, and then you can shave your beard, and all the trimmings fall into your bib. Then you can discard perfectly. So yes, I tried that last night. Worked quite well. So grey, so old. So thanks, Dad. Sharpie says, not to depress you, Graham, but when I did a rotator cuff, it took a year before I was pain-free. Rucksacks really hurt. Thanks. Thanks for that. 2022 is going to be great then. Maidenhead Aquatic used to sell good water change pumps that fitted into jerry cans. They might start that again. Yeah, could do it. I mean, I must admit, it's not something I've given much thought, because any old pump is good enough for water changes usually. You don't need anything specific. If it's for a bigger thing like sump pumps, for instance, then you want to put a bit more thump into it. God, I've lost the power of speech. You want to put a bit more thought into it then, because that's something that's going to be on constantly, so you've got reliability issues. You don't want it rattling and making a noise, so you don't want those problems. You want a specific flow rate, so you want it to be accurate. For something that's just going to do water changes, you don't care about any of those things, so just get the cheapest one. That looks like it will do the job for you. Noodle's got some new fish. 5 dwarf rainbows, 5 mountain minnows, and 5 female platies. That'll make an interesting tank. I do like the dwarf rainbows. Is that the Panchax ones, the dwarf neons? I'm definitely going to get a big tank of them and have a bit of a breeding project. I really like those fish. Hi, Graham's dad, says Jennifer. Hi, Happy New Year, says Graham's dad. I'll just sit here and read out messages between you all now. That's fine. I got some more bristle noses, about 150 more. I've managed to get rid of quite a few bristle noses. I've done quite well at that. Water butt and pump are a life changer. Well, if it's water butt pumps you're after, I got really impressed with the one that I got from Screwfix. Now that's more of your traditional non-aquarium sump pump, but that will shift water at an alarming rate. If that's what you're after, that'll do the job. I've lost where I was at there. Who knows? Right, I think we've finally got to the end of the chat, and it's only taken me 36 minutes. Well done us. So, as I said, I didn't have anything planned here. I was going to do a bit of a retrospective, take a look at... Have I crashed? Am I still here? We're still here. Pardon me. I'm getting more warnings again. I don't really know how to fix it though, so we'll just have to live with it. NJW just set up a tank with 25 Galaxy Rasboras, another of my favourite fish. I do like those. Or Celestial Pearl Danios, whatever takes your fancy. So, you can either... jumping from tangent to tangent, you can either continue to ask some questions, just do some random chat, tell me about your Christmas presents, tell me about your plans for 2022, or we can do a bit of a retrospective, dive into my analytics for those of you who have YouTube channels and might be interested to see what a failing YouTube channel looks like in 2021-22. and look at how many views I got or didn't get, or what my most popular videos were and all that kind of thing. I'm sure it'll be depressing. I had a quick look earlier and went, oh. But we can do that if you want, and we can basically talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. I just wanted to come in and say Happy New Year to everybody more than anything else. So while you do that, we'll do one quick giveaway. We've still got some calendars left. They haven't sold out yet, so if you still want to buy some, you can go on and get one. All proceeds from these calendars are going to charity. I need to find a charity that deals with rotator cuffs, so as I can maybe jump to the start of a queue. But you can go and buy these at aquariumadventures.co.uk. They have some lovely pictures, I would say that, as I took them all. And just in case you don't know what day comes after the previous one, it'll tell you that as well. Very useful. I've given them to all my friends and family as Christmas presents. In fact, Dad can confirm this. I'm sure you've got one. In fact, Dad's got all my merch. He's like my biggest supporter. But we'll give one away, shall we? We'll do a wee bit of a competition while you all think up some things to ask me, or decide whether you want me to go through my 2021 analytics on YouTube, or just continue chatting random questions. Oh, as Simon and Jennifer are both saying, supplies and merch at aquariumadventures.co.uk, or send your spare Christmas cash or hospitality tips there as well. So what do we do? I didn't mean to do that, and it's not worked anyway. Alright, I've completely broke OBS, it seems. I don't know how I've done that. Right, let's do a wee giveaway. So if you want a calendar, all you have to do... Hey Graham, I didn't receive my calendar. I won on the 3rd of December on the live stream. I did send an email. I do apologise, Kieran. Please, I did send out... Well, I sent out pretty much every calendar that I thought was due to go out a couple of weeks back, so you should have had them. All the mods should have had one as well, so if you're a mod and you don't have a calendar, let me know. I'll send it out again. Kieran, sorry, I apologise. Please send me another email with your address. Let me have. I've probably deleted it by now because I did a bit of a New Year clean up on the old email. So send me another email address. Send me another email with your address, and I'll send you another one out for your one that you won. And we shall do a giveaway for everyone with a random number. How many people did we say we had on? We've got about 40, I think. So let's pick a number between 1 or 0, in fact, 0 and 50, and a random number will be generated by the computer. If you want to win a calendar, guess the number. It's pretty much as simple as that. Go. So all you have to do is guess the number, be a person that lives in the world that wants a calendar. This can be worldwide, we can send them anywhere, they're just big letters postage wise. Vince Ransom, we received their calendar. Good. Kieran, I'll send you another email, thank you very much. But if you want to win one, stick a number down, have a guess, between 0 and 50. Phil, I must admit I didn't send you one because I thought you sent me them. You might have kept one back for yourself. I can send you one if you would like one. 2022 will be our year, Phil. You can come and have a cup of tea from me. Still, nobody's guessed yet. Remember, don't spam. If you spam, and Luli, you won it last week, so you're not getting another one. Paul ordered last week. Yes, we got that order, Paul. That should be on its way to you. Hopefully, you should get that nice and early. So, rules. You have to subscribe. You have to click the like button. YouTube has done a thing where they've taken away the dislike button, so they really are relying on everyone clicking the like button. So if you're anything like me, you probably don't click any buttons at all. So it would be nice if you click the like button. And if you're feeling extra festive, go and look at a couple of my old videos and click like on them as well. Because, you know, when we dive into my analytics later on, you'll notice that I need all the help I can get. This one's been on forever. Come on, people. I'll give you a clue. It's not a prime number. It's not a great clue, is it? Some of you are very close. Some of you are not close at all. For instance, Ray C 66 in a guessing game between 0 and 50. That's not a good guess. We've got a winner. We've got a winner. Da, 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 da. Michelle E. Not that you can see it. I'll try that again. Oh, come on. Michelle E. Congratulations, you have won. Where's my face gone? That's not a question you hear yourself saying very often. Where's my face gone? That's not my face. That's not my face. OBS is going to have to take a bit of a beating later, I think. Big face. There we go. Sorry about that. Michelle E., you've won a calendar. So, like anybody who wins any prizes, all you have to do is send me an email, say, I won a calendar, and your name, address. Don't be like those people who like to email me to tell me that they don't want to give me their address, but they still want me to get the prize. How that works, I don't know. And send it telepathically. I don't know. So well done, Michelle. Send me an email later. Thank you. Yes, that'll do the job. What's going on over here? Graham's having hallucinations. What are the pills doing to him? Am I? Oh dear. You know, I could be. So, right. I'm going to talk amongst yourselves for a minute, because I wanted to show you my performance during 2020, but none of it's going to work if I can't actually see the screens. So, why has that not worked? No, that's not going to work either. No, that's not going to work. Fit to, let's see, we can do this, come on people. There we go. Discard that, see that. Right, we're nearly there people, we're nearly there. Don't worry, we have the technology. Just not very good at using it, which is saying something given that this is my actual proper job. Close enough. Right. So, and things that should have been done later. Okay, still thinking here. Oh, we've got another super chat. Oh, that's just popped up. Sorry, I've lost the chat. I've lost the normal chat now. Nightbot, where are we at? beer and painkillers do strange things. Kieran, I've resent my previous email. Right, I have access to my email. Let's have a look. Kieran, I have your email. Thank you. So it's Kieran Duncan. I won't read out your address. I'm not that mental. Whilst we wait, please top up your beverages and smash the like button. Thank you. The tank in the background is looking lush. I'm impressed with the tank in the background. I spent nearly an hour and a half videoing it because I was going to use it as the green screen background for this evening. And then realised I had to actually render the hour and a half of footage, which was going to take me about an hour. So I never quite got around to that. So next week we might have a bit of a look at that. It does look lush from a distance. That's what I will say. When you get up close, there's quite a few algae issues. I don't know if you saw my latest video about me cleaning it. The Felix, which I don't know if you can see the Felix that's sat next to it with the zoom, 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 zoom thing. It's kind of screwed up. It's basically the timer's got a life of its own. So the lights were on for a couple of days, off for a couple of days. So anyway, that's what I'm blaming. So there is a bit of algae. There was a bit of cleaning to be done. But yeah, I'm quite impressed. From a distance, it looks pretty good. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We've got another super chat. Kaylee's starting the year with a super chat. Thank you very much, Kaylee. You are a legend. Right. I wonder if I can do this. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I'll get copyright claimed. I'm trying to think of a way how I can show you my analytics without revealing my revenue, because apparently that's frowned upon, revealing your annual revenue. I mean, it's not lots. How do I do this? I kind of need to... What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Come on, Graham, you can figure this out. You're a professional. Another super chat, my God. NJW with £1.79 super chat, thank you. That's... all helps, it means a lot. If you want to feel better, Graham, compare your analytics to mine. Well, you never know, it might not be that good. Right, not that I'm complaining, because if I was doing YouTube to make a living, I'm going in the wrong direction. My 2021, basically this is a long way of me saying my 2021 was worse than my 2020. In everything except revenue. So my videos made more money this year. Screw it, I'll just show you anyway. I'm not trying to hide anything. Yeah, so my videos made more money this year, but I had fewer views and fewer subscribers, fewer everything really. So if I give you the big picture stuff, does this work? In fact, if I just put my heat here, that'll... There we go. Easy way to solve a problem. Whoosh. So, let me just pop out the chat from the other one, so as I can see what you peeps are saying. Jennifer with the super chat as well. I mean, I don't want to sound mercenary, but I wholeheartedly encourage this behaviour. Thank you very much, Jennifer. So if we go to my small face, this was my 2020. So in 2020, I had 515,000 views, 168. 168 views in 2020. So as you can see here, we had 37,000 hours of watch time, and we got 3,500 subscribers. I don't know what happened on this day that made it so good. What happened that day? That was, I wonder what did happen that day. 7th of April 2020. I don't know. Let's go back. We'll have to go and have a look in the content. We want to go back to 7th of April 2020. That's July 2020. I've gone way past it. 7th of April 2020. King of DIY video. They do get more views. That's strange because it didn't get more views straight away. Interesting. But I'm not going to make any more of those videos. So that was it. That was my 2020, if you can see there. If you have a look at the top performing videos of 2020, there was the Discus Fish Basics, which is my all-time top performing video. It's the only video I've had that's got over 100,000 views. Mini garden goldfish pond, solar powered. How to breed discus, all about discus down here. Amazing discus fish room, bio home, freshwater sump. Great, that's all fantastic. So if we go back up here and change that to 2021, you'll see the views dipped to 440,000. So over 100,000 fewer views this year. I'm still on 2020. Why is it not showing me 2021? It's interesting. That says 2020 there. Not that you can see it because my heat's in the way. In fact, you can still see my big face. Right, let's try that again. Graham, you're a professional. You can do this. I promise. Right, 2020. 515,000 views, 37,000 hours of watch time, and 3,500 subscribers. And then my estimated revenue hidden by my face. And you can see what my top videos were on this period. Discus Fish Basics, Solar Power Barrel, How to Breed Discus, blah 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 blah. So that was the spike I was talking about there. On the 7th of April, we got 7,000 views. And that was because I released that video on the 7th of April. I suspect if we were to drill into this a little bit more and look at subscriber engagement and things like that on the 7th of April, I probably lost quite a few subscribers then. I got a lot of watch time. Audience. It never shows you the bleeding period that you want to see. So it would have been in here somewhere. So that's the overview for 2020. So 1st of January to 31st December 2020, 515, they're the big headline numbers. That's what you want to keep an eye on. If we go to change that to 2021, interestingly, it doesn't change the year here, but it drops to 440,000, 35,000 hours, and only 2.2 thousand additional subscribers. So it's quite sobering reading. Because it's going the wrong way, where if this was my main goal career, this would be terrible news. I'm not going to play it down and say I don't want to grow as a channel. Obviously I do want to grow as a channel, but it's not the end of the world if I don't, because this is just the hobby. I know I'm not showing you because apparently you're not meant to show you your YouTube earnings, but let's say it's in the very low single digit thousands for a year's worth of ad revenue. So it's not contributing greatly to my, considering how much money I have spent making these videos. But so yeah, it's a bit sobering. It's a bit that's a bit unfortunate. I've not done as well. I think my videos have got better in terms of quality. I've certainly invested a lot in equipment and time. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But when I look down through my top videos this year, Freshwater Aquarium Sump, September 2020. Discus Fish the Basics, September 2020. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2018, 2019. There's only one video in my top 10 performing videos this year that I actually made this year. So, starting a new year, because at the end of the year I always like to have a nice, quick, deep dive into my analytics to see what's going on. And what this is telling me is none of the videos I made this year were as good as the videos I made the previous year. So I might have to have a bit of a rethink into the type of videos that we make, if I want to be seen to be growing anywhere. And I guess this is a question for you guys as well, to let me know what kind of things you like, because making videos to release on YouTube is very different to live streams. But most of you guys that are here watching the live stream are here because you will have seen a video. But a few of you will just be stumbled across a live stream that was live, clicked on it, see what's this Scottish guy rambling on about. What do you think? Should I be making different sorts of video? I'm never going to be the guy that goes, wow, ooh, look at this, look at the massive things I've done, and this fish eats that fish, and all the kind of things like your sensationalist channels do. It will always be about my hobby, but I can give it a different slant. I can do a lot more discus stuff, because discus stuff is the stuff that has been a little bit more better performing than the rest. Obviously I've just moved house, so there was a good 3, 4, 5 months last year of me going, I'm about to move house, I'm about to move house, I'm not buying any more fish, I'm about to move house. So that'll change, where hopefully, not in a year's time, Sharpie, thank you for that, my shoulder will repair itself and I'll be able to finish my fish room. There'll be fish room builds, there'll be all kinds of DIY stuff in there, new fish added, so that might just change naturally, but it was a bit, that was a bit disappointing when I looked at these stats. So I don't know whether organically and naturally things will change because I'll start releasing more and different content rather than the kind of placeholdery type content I've been doing for the last few months. And the lives are different as well. I've been doing a lot more lives, but as soon as I started doing the live streams, which is just about a year ago, I think this is like 48 or 49, but basically been doing them every week, give or take, for a year now, and it has tanked my channel a little by doing the live streams. Some people have been saying I should have started a second channel to do the lives and kept this just for the stuff. So, well, that's what my analytics have told me. The freshwater discus sump was the biggest performing one. Discus fish basics, mini garden, goldfish pond, all this kind of stuff. So, pardon me. As you can see, most of the things are down. So views are down 15%, impressions are down 7%, or click-through rate is down 7%. Impressions are the same as they were last year with 5 million. Most of my traffic's coming from the YouTube search bar. 20% is being browsed for, which is pretty good, I've been told. Suggested videos, 13%. That's not too bad. We can live with that. Half the external stuff's coming from Google search, as you would expect. I would have thought Facebook would be driving a little bit more traffic because I'm fairly active on Facebook. So I do have a Facebook page. I promote the page. The Facebook posts do get, well, not thousands of interactions, but they get hundreds at least. So I thought they got a little bit more than 2% out of there. So, but that's quite interesting. And it will tell me what my biggest search. So discus is obviously the biggest draw to my channel. So Tam and Bell, hello there. Is this because you do more live streams as opposed to regular videos? I think that is one of the... I don't think it's the reason, but I think I did notice a change when I started doing regular lives. I mean, I've still done the same amount of... I've always tried to do one video a week. and I've mostly done that for the last couple of years. But I've also tried to do one live a week as well. So if anything, I've added to my content. But I think because at the time when I started doing lives, all my videos were getting kind of, in the first few days of release, were getting 2,000 views, let's say. When I started doing lives, I would get 50, 60 people joining the live stream. So you'd get a video with 2,000 views, a live stream with 50 or 60 people, which over the next few days would turn into 300 or 400 people. So let's call it 2,300. The week after that, another 2,000 views, and then another 300. The week after that, 1,000 views, and then 300. The week after that, 700 views. So the videos weren't massively different, but I think there was some kind of algorithmic thing going on where the lives were bashing the following video. Because I did do a couple of videos in a row without a live stream, and it started to pick back up again. But I really enjoyed doing the live streams. I quite like doing this because you can just talk about whatever comes up, whatever you want to talk about. We can do some giveaways, we can have a bit of fun. I'm not going to stop doing the lives because they're quite good. So that's just something I noticed. I don't know if I'm right on that or not. Where did I get to? Sorry, I was reading some comments, wasn't there? Alex says I stopped looking at analytics. I generally don't look at analytics too much, but it's hard not to notice sometimes. And if you do want to improve, I mean, I'm kind of in that weird area of being big enough in subscriber count to, it's not nothing. It's not, I haven't solved world hunger. I'm not bringing in thousands of pounds or dollars a week in ad revenue or anything like that. But 12,000 subscribers, that doesn't just happen by accident. I've done something. So I'd like, I mean, I've always said, and you've heard me say this in the live streams as well, that as well as fish keeping being a hobby, YouTubing has become a hobby. So like any hobby, whether it be golf or fishing or snooker, you want to get better at it. You want to improve as you go along. So I've basically spent a year getting worse, which is never going to be good in any hobby. So I would like to improve. I would like to see those numbers get better. I mean, I know how I could get those numbers to get better, and it would just be go all in 100% clickbait. I just don't want to do that. I'd feel dirty if I did that, if that makes sense. Freshwater ichthyology. I found live shows are good for getting new viewers, but have awful watch time and views that count, so they aren't harmful. So they are harmful, I guess, that's what you might want to be. Let me read that again. Live shows are good for getting new viewers, awful watch time and views that count. Yeah, so they do hurt a little bit in that way. You will have different content this year in the new house. If you want more views, it's clickbait job disaster. Exactly, yeah, and I could show you that. We could look at my... that's quite interesting. I can just point at things here. We could look at some of my, like, oh, I cracked a tank, or I've done this. They are the ones that do well. Which is, I've always found that quite amusing. So just putting disaster as a thumbnail with nothing else, no other context, I know will get me an extra 500 views. Because people will go, disaster? Let's laugh at this guy. No, it's not that big a disaster. Just like... don't be sad, you're great. I'm not sad about it. I mean, it's a little bit depressing, but I think it might just be my demeanour this week because I'm in a lot of pain. I just want to get better, so I thought it's interesting. I'll share this with the people who actually turn up and see what you think. What things do you like? What things do you think I should start doing more of, do less of? Feedback's always useful. Corey from the Co-op was saying about this and believes it's down to clickbait. If you want to, clickbait 100% does work. And also, it completely works and it completely pisses off a certain section of your audience. I think the section of your audience that it upsets are the ones that would come to your live streams. So if I started putting out all kinds of clickbaity titles and videos, you guys would stop showing up here, and it'd be a whole different set of people that would start showing up, who would be expecting more and more sensational content. And I'm just not. I don't have the personality to be that sensationalist. I'm never going to be like a Paul Cafuro or that guy that does the fishing in Florida that's just off his nut. Or I'm just never going to be those kind of guys. So that's not going to happen. So I need to grow more organically, or having people find the stuff that I'm doing and like it. I'm never going to have 10 million subscribers doing this kind of thing. But I could have 50,000. There are other channels out there who are doing the same sort of thing that I do, worse in my opinion, who have a lot more subscribers than I do. And that's not me going, it's not fair, they've got more subscribers. They are doing some of the clickbaity stuff, but their content's piss poor. So I don't know. I'm talking myself around in circles here. Maybe I do need to do clickbaiting for 6 months and then switch back to proper. No. Read the comments, Graham. Shut up, Graham. Have you still got your angelfish? How are they doing? I do still have my angelfish there in the garage. They are doing well, actually. I saw some eggs the other day, but I think it's the first time I've seen eggs. I've seen some breeding behaviour where I thought there was going to be eggs or not, but I saw some eggs, and then like literally an hour later they were gone. They're not in the best tank at the moment because, like I say, everything's a bit temporary at the moment. But yeah, they're doing well. They're putting on size. They're looking really good, if I'm completely honest. I really like they're stunning fish. The platinum angels, I know they were sold to me as altums. They're definitely not altums, but they're kind of your poor man's altums, like the severums or the poor man's discus or something like that, or warus or poor man's discus. These platinum angels are the poor man's altums, so I do like them. I would like to get them into some kind of display as well, so we'll get on with that. Blame the COVID. It's messed up the rest of 2021. Quite right. I'm sure you'll capture more attention with the fish room build and new fish. I'm sure I will. Yeah, I might just be over analysing this because, like I said earlier, I have spent, it's got to be the best part of 6 months now, saying I'm about to move house, so I'm not doing much, or I've just moved house, so I'm not doing much. That will change. I don't disagree, but live streams only have an attraction when live. Pre-recorded videos can have more energy and scripting, and that will always be there. But what? Sorry, my chat jumped just as I was reading that. If the live stream is rigged with issues or didn't have a smooth flow, the watch time goes down. Live stream rigged with issues? Oh, that never happens here. Let's refocus and apply ourselves. Share these videos. It's always nice to be shared. Clickbait does well short term, but fizzles out fast. It's the videos that keep getting views that you want. You're not wrong. But there is a certain, what's the word that I'm trying to use? We can come off this analytics now, I suppose. There's a certain clout. So subscriber numbers really don't matter. It's all about the views. But the more subscribers you have, the more chances you have to get views, because you're shown to more people, or you're given. So even if you had 10 million subscribers, each video doesn't get 10 million views because all your subscribers don't watch all your videos. But 10% of 10 million is bigger than 10% of 12,000, obviously. So the more subscribers you get, the more chance for more views you've got there. So even if they're not there watching all your videos, they're promoting it to more people, so you might get a chance to get seen by more people. But you're right, clickbait, I just don't like it. And I think I probably have to clarify that. I don't like it in its purest form of clickbait. Is something that's there to to win the click is fine. It's when you lie with your clickbait, like, this is the world record discus fish, and then it's actually about peacocks. That's clickbait that I don't want to get into. Or, I can't believe he did that, and then it's nobody does anything. That's bad clickbait. when it's I've never seen a fish this beautiful, and then I show you a beautiful fish. That's fine in my book. And again, I still don't do that generally, but I might start doing that just to get in the extra people, and I'll ask you all now to forgive me for when I do start doing that. I have made some like jokey, clickbaity thumbnails in the past where it's just been me with my mouth open going, sensational thumbnail for no reason. And I've done that a few times. And ridiculously, they work. But that was just to prove to myself that was a stupid system. But I do, there are videos that I'll say are the sleeper videos, the how-to videos, the review videos. They're never going to be exciting videos, but they're the ones that will last and continually generate views over a longer time. For instance, the ISTA CO2 kit there, when that came out, that was like, I think I got 1,000 views the first week that came out. But then it's consistently got 200 views a week ever since then, because people have looked up that, searched for it on Google or on YouTube, and then found my video and watched it and decided whether or not to buy it. The one where I killed all my fish, that does well straight away and then dies off completely, because that's a here and now type video rather than a sleeper video that will just keep generating over the time, like how to look after discus. That's the reason that's got 100,000 views, is because people always want to know how to look after discus, so they keep coming back to it. But I don't want to. I've tried as hard as I can to stay away from that mindset of I'll make that video again then, and I'll keep making the same type of video. This is meant to be documenting my adventures, my hobby. It's just whatever I happen to be doing at the time. So it goes fish keeping YouTube. There's a chance that it might go YouTube fish keeping, and I think that's probably going to be bad for fish keeping. So I want to keep fish keeping higher than YouTube in priority, if that makes sense. Tam and Bell Cell, I do different content, but you're one of the main reasons I started the channel in August. Scottish, down to earth, knowledgeable, fantastic channel. I watched all your videos in a short period. Thank you very much. Paul says, I must admit I enjoyed your videos as you give an honest opinion. And I think that has some weight to it as well. If people believe you, if people trust you, so to speak, that keeps people in as well. So that's got value, I guess, is what I was trying to say. Barbara Styles, how's the fish room going? Not well, Barbara. I've knackered my shoulder in and it's basically at a full stop. It'd be good to see some 101 videos for the new members. A Pets at Home starter kit and show a step by step to get some new viewers. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'm all for, if you have any ideas, or even just, if it's just for one person, there will be someone else like you out there. So give me your ideas. Get on Discord. Let me know live stream topic ideas, video ideas. A few times I've thought about doing a start from scratch, basic, how to set up your first fish tank, how to cycle a filter, all those kind of things. They are the ones that are those sleeper ones that people keep coming back to, that won't do very well, but I'm happy to make them. I've thought about doing some with the kids, setting up their first fish tank. This one in here wants a turtle, so they'll be setting up a turtle tank and what you need to do, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, great idea. Treatments for illnesses, yeah, another good one. I mean, some of these might be collabs would be better. So treatments for illnesses, that's not my forte. It's not my area. So I know what I know, if that makes sense. So things that I've used. So I'm all right when talking about worming and certain diseases that I've experienced, but I've not, touch wood, experienced that many diseases. So I don't have a wide range of knowledge. So that might be something I have to do a collab with someone who does have a wide range of knowledge. So collaborations, not done any this year at all. That might have to be something, well, other than the in fact, was that this year or was that last year? We did do some Fishman Aquatic stuff this year. I suppose that's a collaboration. And there was Big Fish Lad, but I think that might have been the year before that. So more collabs with people who do have knowledge in those areas. So for instance, if you wanted to do illnesses and treatments, I could go and find someone who's an expert in illnesses and treatments and see if they'll do a video with me, that kind of thing. Alex is off, have to drop for the evening. Thank you for joining us, Alex. When you start organising this show and advertise it, it will move. What, this show or the actual show that we were talking about? I think it's that Brits don't seem to get the concept of live streams in general. Reach out to Aquarium Co-op on Dean and see if they will send you some products to review. Well, that might be a good idea if they ever decide to market in the UK, because I think they just stick to North America at the moment, so there'd be no reason to have me review anything. As Jennifer says, we can't get them in the UK, they don't ship here. I think I did see something about Corey was talking about trying to get into Europe. So if you're watching, yes, I'll happily help out. Send me some of your subscribers and views my way. It is in their long-term plans. Yeah, I think it is in their long-term plans. Sharpies, Fish and Phantoms, are you and I the only regular UK fishy streamers? We might be. I do know others. So there's some marine ones. But yeah, I'm not sure that I'm aware of any other streamers. Maybe that's the problem. There isn't a market. If we're the only two people doing it, there just isn't a market for live streams. I do enjoy your product reviews. The ones you get to see anyway. There's a few. Maybe I'll do that one day when the NDAs expire. All the product reviews that I did do, where I've gone, this is terrible, don't buy this. Jump onto Discord if you want to hear more about them. Product reviews would be good. I do like doing product reviews, especially when I find something. So that Higer fish kit, I thought that was going to be terrible. So I was pleasantly surprised, let's say, when that turned out to be quite good. Because we had quite the conversation back and forth with them about, no, you're giving me carte blanche to say whatever the hell I want to say about this. Yes, that's fine. And I was almost disappointed that I quite liked it. Wassy seem to do a lot of product sponsorships or free items for influencers. Oh, even the term makes me shiver. Yeah, that's another of my bigger problems, is I absolutely hate reaching out and asking for stuff. I'd much rather just buy something and review it. But yeah, I've done it a few times and it's ridiculous that I feel guilty or bad about emailing people and asking them for some products to review or sponsorships or things like that. It just makes me feel dirty saying, I've got 12,000 subscribers, you should send me something and I'll sell it to you on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I need a manager. Anybody want to be a manager? I need someone that will do all these things so as I don't have to sully myself with the business negotiations. I remember reaching out to Aquarium Gardens and saying, look, I've used your shop for years, I've bought loads of plants from you over the year, I've got a big tank I want to scape out, any chance you could do me a discount? I'll show it on my YouTube channel, all this kind of stuff. And I still like Aquarium Gardens, but the response was, we're not working with influencers at the moment. I was like, oh God, no. Oh no, I'm not an influencer. Oh, I just wanted some cheap plants. So I can't handle the crushing rejection or association of being an influencer. Carrie says, I watch product reviews on most things I'm thinking of buying, fishy or not. Yeah, well, a lot of people do that, and that's why I think it works quite well, having a mix of a review of something. And so I will throw it in. I know I've been a bit review heavy lately because I've not had much else going on, but I will throw in a mix of reviews and a mix of what's going on in the fish room, or what I'm trying to do with a tank, or how to fix something, or how to DIY something or how to run something else. And, oh, this is such and such product. Let's have a look at that. Oh, it jumped away again. Clickbait pisses me off. Yep, pisses off a lot of people. Which is why I'm trepidatious. What's the word I'm looking for? It means trepidation. That word, that's why I don't like using clickbait. I think I might have to move more clickbaity without becoming clickbait, because clickbait is just bad. Maybe flood your fish room or home a bit more. Yeah, it's been a while since I flooded it. It's got to be 3 or 4 weeks now. That does bring in the views, you're quite right. I'd rather clickbait things than flood my house every couple of weeks. Noodle's enjoying a wee dram of Penderin legend. That's not one I've heard of. You have to be true to yourself. People see straight through fakeness. The trouble is they don't. But yes, you do. I couldn't do this if this was all a facade. Jennifer, I think we'll do well once they start selling over here, to be honest. Yeah, Aquarium Co-op I think we're talking about here, yes. I think we could, yeah. Tim, perhaps we could combine beer, wine, spirit review with a fish talk to increase the viewer base. Now, that might be an idea. I have been thinking of putting an off-topic section into the live stream where we could just talk about anything. Since we took some time earlier this evening to slag off Scott's car, which has nothing to do with on the Discord server. So, we could probably fit that into the live stream as well and have an off-topic review section. What's the best beer? We tried our hardest to get sponsored by Hop House 13 and managed to put them out of business. So, what else could go wrong? Do I see a phone call with the King of DIY coming up? Nope. I haven't spoken to the King of DIY since... I almost said I haven't spoken to him since the last time I spoke to him. Now, I did speak to him a couple of months back where he invited me to come on to his podcast. I declined, but he said, well, think about it, leave it with you. It's going to be a couple of months anyway because he has so many things to do. But he hasn't been in touch again, and part of me wants to do it and part of me doesn't want to do it. The part of me that wants to do it is because I think I could do quite well, not be overpowered by him. Or I think his idea, his premises sound was to get someone on that doesn't see eye to eye with him and doesn't think he's fantastic and the sun shines from his rear end, to explain why. I suspect it's so as he can then ambush that person, and if that was me, I think I could put up a decent defence. I think it's so as he could ambush that person to convince him that he is amazing and the sun does shine out of his arse and all those things. But the part of me that doesn't want to do it is that I can't really win in that argument, or in that situation, because I'm coming from the negative standpoint. And I'm already seen as the guy who hates the King of DIY, and that's very much not the case. I don't hate him. I think he's an arse sometimes, but some of my best friends I think are arses sometimes. I have time for him for some of the things he does, but he does do some stupid things, and we've just argued because he hasn't owned up to doing said stupid things. That doesn't mean I think he's terrible, or... There are way worse people on Tinterwebs. There's way worse people on FishTube than the King of DIY. If you want to know the ones I really hate, we might have to take that onto the Discord server. Because Joey's not even in the top 5 of the people that do my head in on the FishTube. Interesting to see how all this works. Looks like breaking a tank a week is the way to go. It definitely is. And at a certain point, the tipping point between the cost of buying new tanks and the ad revenue you'd get from breaking a tank every week, that would even out, and eventually you'd get into profit. Drinking red wine after white, good or bad? What's the saying? What is it they say? Beer after wine, feeling fine. Wine after beer, feeling queer. Red after white, feeling... I'll leave that one with you. Don't be surprised if I borrow said ideas and do an inferior version of Graham's video. Hey, I'm always happy to share ideas. Jennifer doesn't do well with lots of wine. Panda eyes. Falling down juice, yes. Definitely be interested in the turtle setup video. It's something I want to do. Yeah, me too. That'll be one for the new year. That's coming along. Any video setting up aquarium equipment is always useful, like filters, any technology. It took me 2 hours to set up a JBL CO2 canisters until I looked at YouTube. Yeah, and they're the sleeper videos that I'm talking about. So things like the Inkbird setup video, I totally missed a trick with that one. I should have done how to set up Wi-Fi on the Inkbird heater controller. That would have been viral, because the amount of comments that are on there. How do you set up the Wi-Fi? How do you set up the Wi-Fi? I can't get the Wi-Fi working. How did you get the Wi-Fi working? And it's because I am a bit of a techie anyway. I don't think about these things. So I might have to revisit that one and just do a Wi-Fi setup video. I'm interested in the turtle and guppy tank idea, being the guppies feed the turtles as outbreed. What can they eat with a healthy snail population? Let's read that again. I think I know what you mean there, about having a bit of an ecosystem. But you'd be surprised what turtles will eat and what they won't eat. Not that I'm a massive turtle person. Again, that might be a bit of a collaboration between me and Fishman Aquatics, leaning heavily on Callum, who's not here tonight, to tell me more about turtles. Have you ever tried to make a terrarium? Thinking of buying a Biorb Air 60 and giving it a go. Yeah, I do. I have a massive... it's not a Biorb or anything, it's just a massive glass orb thing. And that's going to be one of my plans, is to make a little sealed off ecosystem. Not really a terrarium, I suppose, but they are called something. I can't remember the name of it. I've heard bad things about the Biorb ones, that you're better off just getting a proper either glass aquarium with a fogger or some kind of terrarium, like a reptile enclosure with a fogger. Some of the glass or acrylic ones are quite good. Build a pond with cement and cardboard. I am planning to build a pond. I might be using cement. I hadn't thought to use cardboard. How does cardboard fit into that? I'm interested now. I've been looking at loads of pond videos and I've never seen anyone use cardboard. An influencer is the online equivalent of a Z-list celebrity. I think that takes it up a notch. Well, my chat is going all mad, and I've noticed we've got another super chat from Phil. Thank you very much, Phil. Right, there we go. A miniature forest in my fish room. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing like a big ecosystem thing, just seeing if I can keep it going for a few years. I do have some geckos and a terrarium in that room there. Might branch out into other things. I really want to get... Stop talking about this. I've been kind of obsessed with birds recently, but I don't want to get into that. My daughter's obsessed with what is it she's wanting now? Hedgehogs. So we've been doing lots of hedgehog research. How about a tank off with another UK YouTuber like MD? Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. I'm not a very good aquascaper though, so I might need to suggest a different idea or something that I might be good at. Yeah, MD Fish Tanks once credited me with inspiring him to start his own YouTube channel. I've not seen any thanks for that yet. Now that he's soared off, oh god, I can't do that. Now he's soared off into the stratosphere with subscriber numbers and views. But yeah, he used to watch my channel, used to comment quite regularly, and left a few comments saying, "Oh, you've inspired me to start my own YouTube channel." And then he started, because if you remember, his early videos were just videos. He wasn't in them. He didn't speak. It was just him doing these little escapes in little tiny tanks. And then, yeah, he used to comment on my videos. I'm not saying I inspired him or anything like that, but I used to give him, "Oh, you should definitely speak and explain what you're doing. Show yourself on the videos." And when he started doing that, shot up. But yeah, I haven't spoken to him. I've never spoken to him. I've commented on his videos. I watched his videos a few times, but he's never commented back or anything. So, but it's very hard when you get thousands of comments in every video to keep track, I guess. But yeah, I'd love to do something like that. But you just, well, maybe you can just ask them. I was going to say, you can't just rock up and say, "Hey, can we do a collaboration?" Because I get that constantly from smaller channels than me. And you have to have a good reason to make the bigger channel want to do it. And there often just isn't a good reason to make the bigger channel want to do it. I do it when somebody comes to me with a fun idea and think, "Hey, that'll be a laugh, let's do that, that'll be cool." But especially as I have a reputation of being a king of DIY hater, I carry certain baggage that some people just don't want to be associated with. So there's that as well. Video suggestion: how to convince the wife or husband that you need another tank. Yeah, I've thought of a few comedy videos that we could do along those lines. Rebecca's used the Biorb twice. Don't, they are awful. There you go, that might be one of the people that had told me it was awful. Better to use an aquarium or a vivarium and buy a fogger. Lily says those videos that make them out of unused household items. Oh right, so like the Facebook videos where you see a guy just turn up and put some bricks down, pour some cement and shape it with cardboard and clicks his finger and he's got a pond. I think I know what you're on about now. There's Phil's super chat. Thank you, Phil, you're a legend. Thank you. Oh, Michael's Fish Rooms dropped in to say hiya, fishy folks. Hiya, fishy folk. Hope you've got your healthy snacking beverage. There's someone that we could do a collab with. We've done a collab with Michael's Fish Room before. Right, everyone start pitching ideas to Michael's Fish Room until he does a collab with me and give me some of his subscribers. Or let's see if we can get him to wear one of my t-shirts in one of his videos. Most videos promoting them seem to be funded from Owasi as £300 plus when the foggers and lights are dreadful. They also leak when you water the plants and that dries out otherwise. Yeah, the Biorb, I've never been a fan of Biorbs in general. And the BioBears, they do look nice, but I've had a few people saying, "Oh yeah, it's really nice for a fortnight," and then everything just starts to die off and go a bit, yeah. So I'll maybe steer away from the Biorb Air. The Guppy King himself. Pardon me. Right, where did we get to? I've lost the chat. I got to watch Joey's a bit up his own arse when it comes to criticism. Well, nobody likes criticism. Do you hate me? I don't hate Michael. No, you're not in my top 10, or what do they say? Joey's not in my top 5 least liked YouTubers. Michael is in my top 5 most liked YouTubers. Fish tubers. I think Michael and I have a very similar approach to no nonsense. So I'll call it a no nonsense approach to telling it how it is. Michael would probably describe that as a no bullshit approach to a spade's a spade. End of story. Mr. Rant, yeah. Maybe I should do more rants. That's what we've got to do. What's the different types of turtles that are good to keep? I don't really know, to be honest, because I've been told, or I've been talking a lot about musk turtles recently. So they're the ones that I've been doing most of the research about, but there are others. Inkbird Wi-Fi connection is awful. Took me a while to work it out. See? That's what I need to be making videos about, the things that other people can't figure out. I bought the Heuger, I'm not sure how you say it still. At the back of my review, excellent quality product. I'm glad you liked it. I did. Like I say, I was surprised I liked it. I was hoping I was going to get to make a bit of a rant about this is cheap Chinese crap. And I was like, oh, it's actually quite good. Damn it. Starting aggro with other YouTubers seems to be the way to go, according to the youth. Yeah, you need a beef, don't you? Never liked that Michael's fish room. He's terrible, that guy. Doesn't know anything about guppies. Yes, Michael and I have done a couple of collabs already. Probably time for another one. We need to think of a reason or a good topic to do one on. So anybody else that wants a fake beef? Sharpie. What's that guy on about? Ghosts. Blah. Fantasy. For terrarium, just saying a lot of people are using IKEA cabinets these days. I've heard that. Number one daughter was after guinea pigs before she was getting into hamsters. Not hamsters. What did that say? Spiky things. Hedgehogs. And that's what we were going to do, is use an IKEA Kallax cabinet and box it in and make a thing out of that. Seems to be the thing these days, is using IKEA stuff for other things. Right. Is it time we did another giveaway? Oh, we've got Aquafunk's in as well. No doubt typing something funky into the chat. And I got his message deleted. It was indeed. Happy funky new year, all of you fish freaks and geeks, but not Sharpie. You're not allowed to do Caps or Michael. There you go, Aquafunk, showing us how to start beefs. That's the way you do it. Now Aquafunk's been kicked out. Sorry, you might not even be here anymore. I've no idea why Streamlabs is so anti-American or it's not anti-American, anti-capitals. It's just Americans happen to type in caps and shout a lot. Aquarium Adventures, he's in the chat. Who's in the chat? Michael? I did see that. Michael, I'll wear it soon. Yes, I sent Michael one of my shirts. He's got a cock shirt, so we're cock brothers. Am I in shot there? Available at all good Aquarium Adventures websites if you want one of these for yourself. Aussie Aquatic. That's surely got to be the furthest away person here tonight. Happy New Year, guys and gals. Happy New Year yourself. Tender and delicious. Michael is straight down the line and fun to listen to too. He is. And I'm sure, I was about to say, you'll probably tell he's good looking as well. And the very next comment is, and good looking too. Right, there we go. We've got a collab sorted Sharpie. Fish ghost hunting. Talking to dead fish. So all the fish we've kept in the past, we need to go back and find their spirits. The fish, how do you find fish ghosts? Do you have to have how do fish ghosts work? Do they have to have an aquarium? Do they stay in the location of old aquarium? Oh, this is getting too complex. Newts are worth a lot more videos. I do like newts as well. Aquafunk, have you not subscribed to Aquafunk? That's disgusting. Michael's off. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for stopping by. Nice to see you all, as always. We're going ourselves in about 10 minutes. I'm in a lot of pain. For those of you who are just joining us, I can't raise my arms above here. I've done my shoulders in. So apologies if I'm not quite as enthusiastic as normal. But thank you for stopping by, everyone. You could do a video on newts. I've been looking at the YouTube video and there's not much on there. See, that might tell you something. There's two reasons. There's either it's a gaping hole for me to fill that void with some quality content, or it's because nobody cares about newts and nobody's searching for it. If fish have ghosts, I'd have plenty in my house. Yes, for those of you that don't follow the Freshwater Ichthyology channel, Rebecca is a proper fish scientist and has lots of jars. But I do love to comment on all your Facebook posts or videos saying, that tank's way too small. But she has lots of fish preserved in jars. I never saw anything at the museum just saying, but did you go at night? Because apparently everything comes to life at night. Right. One last giveaway, shall we do? We've got 41 concurrent viewers and 44 likes. That doesn't compute maths-wise, but thank you very much. Somebody has typed in like more than once. Right, but let's do... I would try and spin the wheel, but I don't think the wheel's working tonight, so we'll just do another calendar. So, for those of you who are interested in a calendar with some of the best pictures taken by me of fish, some nice fishy pictures. If you want to win one, we're going to do one more giveaway and then I'm going to give it up for the evening and I'm going to go and sit with my arms down by my side, maybe take some more drugs. But if you want to win one of these, subscribe, click the like button, tell all your friends, stand on one leg, be a human, live in the world and want one. 5 worst fish tubers. Oh, I could make that video as well. At least 2 of my top 5 worst fish tubers. I have plenty of things to... Oh no. I just don't want to be that negative yet. Maybe one day. Maybe if he pisses me off again, I'll take him down a peg or two. And for clarity, this isn't Joey. He isn't even in the top 10, never mind top 5. Right, we're doing another giveaway. So, pick a number between 0 and 50. Now, when I say worst fish tubers, it's the worst people, not the worst channels. So, just because you're a small channel Sharpie doesn't mean you get on the worst list. You get to be one of the good guys. It's the... No, I'll say no more before I get myself into trouble. If you want to win a calendar, click like, click subscribe, click all the click things. If there's a thing to click it. Pick a number between 0 and 50 and go. Oh, right. It's live. Pick a number. Thanks, Simon. Good guess. Anyway, I don't think the 5 worst fish tubers would get PewDiePie numbers. It'd probably be a good video, but then everyone would get upset. And then I'd never get any more subscribers. And then I'd never get any more views. And it would all go downhill terribly fast. So, join us on Discord. And I'll tell you all throughout the week who the 5 worst fish tubers are. I've had a few close, but nobody's got it yet. Come on, you really need this. Otherwise, how will you know what day it is tomorrow? Without the aid of a fantastic calendar. Where you can see... that tomorrow is clearly Sunday the 2nd. Followed by New Year's Day on the 3rd. I thought that was another epic fill mistake, but it turns out that's just when the bank holiday is, so that's actually quite correct. Come on, people. I think we've had every number except the right one so far. I'll just continue talking. Continue drinking, rather. Give the old beard a comb. Ow, ow, ow. I'm stuck. We've got a winner. We've got a winner. You can stop. Mush. Mush has won the giveaway. There you go. The number was 30. You almost got cancelled for spamming, Mush, but shut up, Alexa. Stop now. You've won. I'll allow spamming at the end, since we're taking quite well with that. So all you have to do, send me an email with your name, address, where you want it to be sent, and I will send it to you. Those of you who were not lucky enough can, of course, go on to aquariumadventures.co.uk, buy a t-shirt, buy a calendar, buy some fish food, buy whatever you want to buy. Buy the things. But if you don't want to buy anything and you still want to support us, Super Chats are still available. We've done well tonight on Super Chats. Thank you, everyone. But if you just want to support for free, you can subscribe, watch a couple of videos. If you're away doing something else, just stick one on in the background. That always helps. If you want to join, there should be a button down there somewhere where you can join the channel. You can join as a normal channel member. You get some access to some special emojis and things like that. Or you can join as a hero adventurer, where you get an extra 10% off everything at the website. So across the entire range of stuff, if it's on the website, you get 10% off just for being a hero member. For a small monthly fee, but you can cancel at any time, I'm told. I keep getting emailed by YouTube telling me you need to push memberships or we'll take them away from you. So, all the members, I truly appreciate all the memberships. I'm trying to think of new ways to thank the members other than just emojis and website discounts. But I don't really want to... That's the wrong way to say it. I was going to say I don't really want to monetize the channel. I don't really want to give extra special benefits, so I don't want to do subscriber only content. So you might get some videos a bit earlier, or some outtakes or blooper reels and things like that. I've been thinking about doing some of them, but mainly you get the warm fuzzy feeling of knowing you're supporting me and helping me pay for the next lens or bit of camera equipment that I need to get. It's all very much, and we've got a massive rush on Super Chats already. Thank you very much, everyone. You don't really need to give me Super Chats, but I'm not going to turn them away. They are truly appreciated. Let's get on the Super Chat train. Boop boop. Don't forget Inept Waffle, Sunfish and Likely win tomorrow from 6 with Sharpie. Yes, we don't have to wait 2 days. It's Sunday tomorrow. You need to change that time, Sharpie. I can almost never make that. Not that you would change the time just so I can come along. Email me, Graham at Aquarium Adventures, if you won something tonight. Someone's just emailed me. Let me check my emails. Someone's just put in an order as well for a calendar. Lee. Thank you, Lee. I'll get that out to you as soon as possible. I also need suggestions for what good cause to donate the massive amount of profits that we've got from the calendars. I think we've sold like 3 and most of them have been given away. But any profits we have got, I want to give them somewhere. I'm thinking some kind of shoulder pain charity, if there is such a thing. I need to look into that. Oh. Right. Last few questions, otherwise we're going to call it a night. I don't know who to suggest you go and watch after this, because I don't normally stream on a Saturday. I nearly said Sunday there. I don't know what day it is anymore. So I've got your emails. Michelle, you want a calendar? Yeah, brilliant. I shall read that email later. Look at that, noodle sandwich member for 9 months. I don't know how you do that. I've never seen that button anywhere. Where did we get to? So, Noodle, another 99p from Noodle, a fiver from Mickey, and 99p from Mark Brennan. Thank you, everyone, ever so much. It's so appreciated, but I feel dirty because I feel like I've pushed you into sending me super chats now. So, calendars for everyone. Shouldn't do that. Okay, you're all doing it now, but I don't know how you do that. So you can show how long you've been a member. Wasted my free chat. Right, everyone. I've given you a couple of minutes there. My bladder can't hold much longer. So I will not be joining you in Discord afterwards because I need to go to the loo, but I might check in afterwards. If you want to continue the chat, someone will suggest somewhere else going to continue your fishy viewing for the evening. If not, jump on Discord. The link's somewhere. Someone put it into the thing, please. And then you get to carry on the general hilarity and nonsense that we talk about on Discord. You get it free every month for members to send a highlighted message rather than super chat. Ah, right. That's why I can't send it to myself then. Right, thank you for joining me. Sorry it was on the wrong day. Hopefully you all have a fantastic new year. And I'll see you all in Discord, and I'll see some more suggestions and messages in there as well. And we'll see you next week at our normal allotted time. Yeah, I think that's enough, isn't it? I've said everything that needs to be said. Hopefully I'll not be in agony next week. Bye! Alright, screwed that up. It's far too big. I need to go and make the size of it fit the screen. Media source. We'll try that again. Talk amongst yourselves. Great, these live streams, aren't they? I do know what I'm doing, honest. Transform, is it? Fit to screen? Let's try that. Bye! Yeah.